What is up, YouTube? I'm Seth with T9FD.com, and we're bringing you the review of the new Nexus 5 by LG, and this is the 32GB white model, so it's a premium handset by Google, so let's just jump right into the review. Okay, so I've got the Nexus 5 here, and of course this is the LG body, as I already mentioned. It's the white 32GB model, and just to make this comparison a bit more relevant, I'm going to bring in an already well-known device, the HTC One. This one is 32GB model, of course, and it's rooted. So boot time comparison may differ if you have the one that runs the stock firmware by HTC, but let's just give this a shot here. Alright, so you can see that they are both booting. And the Nexus 5 screen protector does block your view a little bit there, but thought I'd leave it on for this video. So the Nexus 5 does boot up quite fast. I mean, this is a stock device, there's nothing installed on it, but it was quite a bit faster than the HTC One, and that is in part to its 2.3 GHz Snapdragon 800 versus the 1.7 GHz S600, which is in the HTC One. Both of these feature 2 GB of RAM, and so they're, as far as that goes, applications backgrounding, you won't notice a lot of difference, but there is obviously a bit faster processor in the new LG Nexus, so it does feel snappier right off the bat just with applications launching and that kind of thing. Google has done a fine job with their stock OS on here. I just want to look at the UI differences. And I know this isn't going to be a real fair comparison because I'm running the Nova Launcher Prime on here versus of course, the stock Android launcher. But let's just take a look at it. The screen on the new LG is a little bit bigger than the one on the HTC One. The bezel appears to be about the same, but the screen, they take it from 4.8 inches to 4.95. So it's a bit of an increase, and they are both 1080p, so it's a full 1920 by 1080, which is an enormous amount of resolution to be packed into one of these. And just to give you an idea, I mean, I can't see any pixels on any of these devices. Of course, the Nexus does have a less pixel density than the HTC One, but it's pretty much irrelevant when you consider how much each one of them does have. Aesthetically, both of these devices feel quite premium, but the HTC One wins with its aluminum body. I mean, just the whole chamfered bezel, everything just feels premium about the HTC. But then again, it does cost more than the LG, so in a way, you get what you pay for, and I think that Google has done a fantastic job with keeping the price down and yet keeping the build quality up. And I love the new back on these ones. Very fingerprint resistant. A lot of problem with plastic backs, like the Galaxy series, you get fingerprints all over it, and can be quite annoying. You got a brand new device and it's just got fingerprints all over it. Okay, so let's take a look at the side here. Face to face, you can see that the SIM card slot is relatively close to each other. The power button on the Nexus is on the side versus the top on the HTC. You both have the inserts for audio jack, that's 3.5mm audio jack on the top. And then on the right side here, you can see that they both have the volume rocker. So pretty much that is it for the buttons. And on the bottom, you do have your micro USB. And this is not USB 3.0 like the Note 3. This is standard USB 2.0. So if you're wondering about charge times between the two devices, it's going to be fairly similar. They're not going to differ a lot as far as that goes. Another thing about this phone is thickness. If you could see here, the HTC One starts off thinner and remains thinner throughout the entire body. Definitely the HTC One feels thinner, but partly to the rounded effect that they've done on it to make it feel thinner in your hand, because your hand is rounded as well. But it is obviously thinner, especially when you count the camera on the Nexus does stick out a bit, which is interesting, but I think it's fine. And let's just open up the camera right here. You guys all know that the Nexus has an 8 megapixel shooter well the HTC features the 4 megapixel super pixel, they call it. It's got a lot more density packed into less resolution. So here we go here. So right off the bat, there is a color difference. Both of these devices are pretty much stock with the camera, but you can see the color is different. Taking a picture is seamless on them both, and you can slide over and view the pictures. But there is a difference there. Sharpness on the both does seem good, but then again, the color is just different. It's a lot more warm on the HTC versus a colder color on the Nexus. And I don't think that the colder color is completely accurate here, because from what I'm looking at, the HTC actually looks like a more accurate picture. Anyways, that's it for the camera comparison. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any more questions, leave it in the comment section below. We'd be more than happy to help you. Thanks a lot, guys. See you later.